Hello and welcome to Grim Survival. This is going to be a current event or news update. We're going to talk about some current events that have been occurring since December 9th throughout this week. Obviously, some of this news you're going to see is several days old, but this is just a test media, really. I just wanted to see if this kind of content appeals to people and if this kind of a video is something you guys want to see. So if you like it, please give me a thumbs up. If you don't like it, give it a thumbs down. It doesn't really, it really does help the channel either way, and it does let me know the kind of things you guys want to see, so it really does help me, so let me know. Stay tuned to the end. I'm going to give a current events update for my personal situation, so stay tuned for that.
We begin tonight with that deadly gun battle right outside New York City, killing a police officer and 3 innocent civilians trapped inside a store during the gunfight. The 2 suspects, the gunmen, are also dead tonight. SWAT teams in heavily armed vehicles rushing to the scene in Jersey City, New Jersey. Police moving through the streets. The attackers holed up in that supermarket, clearing the way for some of those bystanders outside to get out of harm's way. Some 30,000 children on lockdown for a time inside dozens of nearby schools. And tonight, that city already mourning that officer, a father of 5. ABC's Adrian Bankert leads us off from the scene tonight.
Tonight, a terrifying, deadly shootout on the streets of New Jersey. Heavily armed SWAT teams racing through the streets with guns drawn, 2 suspects unleashing a barrage of gunfire on officers.
Every time any approach is attempted or anyone comes out of cover, he opens fire.
It was a targeted attack on the Jewish kosher deli across the street here.
This did not begin with gunfire between police officers and the perpetrators and then moved to the store. It began with an attack on the civilians in the store. And then our officers, who were posted a block away, immediately responded to the sound of the gunfire heroically, placed themselves in the line of fire attempting to give the information, and both of them received gunshot wounds as a result.
Good morning. Yesterday at 2:11 p.m, Bacardi White Island erupted. There were 2 explosions, one after the other in quick succession. Initial reports indicated it was possible there were up to 100 individuals located on the ground or around the vicinity of the island at the time of the eruption. I can now confirm that, as was stated last night, there were in fact fewer than 50. In the immediate aftermath, a number of helicopters made a deliberate decision to fly to the island to rescue survivors. One Westpac helicopter landed on the island and were able to transport survivors back to the mainland. 2 private helicopters were also able to land and rescue survivors, along with a volcanic air helicopter. I want to acknowledge the courageous decision made by first responders and those pilots who, in the immediate rescue effort, made an incredibly brave decision under extraordinarily dangerous circumstances in an attempt to get people out. As a result of their efforts, a number of people were rescued from the island. However, it is now clear that there were 2 groups on the island, those who were able to be evacuated and those who were close to the eruption.
Now to New Zealand, where officials say the volcano is still highly volatile, making it risky to return to the island and search for the missing. We're also learning more about the victims, including 2 young brothers originally from Chicago. Marcus Moore has the latest. Good morning, Marcus.
George, at first light here in New Zealand, teams will begin the effort to recover those bodies in what is a race against time. And a police official here said that a lot has to go right for this to work.
In just hours, searchers will begin a risky effort to recover the bodies of 8 missing people presumed dead from Monday's eruption. This morning, the official death toll stands at 8, and police now know the locations of 6 bodies on White Island, another initially seen near a stream, and the location of an 8th person still unknown.
Our first priority will be to get those 6 people off, and we will have very limited opportunity to look about for the two others.
On the ground, the situation still, quote, highly volatile. Scientists estimating a 40 to 60% chance of another eruption. Families of the missing are desperate.
A tropical cyclone has hit northwest Madagascar. No deaths reported, but there are high winds and fears of widespread flooding. Much of Africa has been affected by torrential storms in recent weeks, unusually severe. People and livestock have been killed in Kenya, Rwanda, Uganda and Somalia. In all, more than 3 million people have been affected.
More than 100 mils of rain pummeling the city's east in the space of just an hour. We'll go to our Queensland reporter Jessica Millwood for more on this one. Jess, how much damage has the storm caused?
Well, Tom, thankfully not too much property damage. We're hearing reports of trees down this morning and there were power outages at the peak of this storm. But above anything else, it brought intense rainfall, causing localised flash flooding. This storm really wasn't on the forecast. So at around 10:30 last night, for those of us like myself that were sleeping, to hear this pounding rain on the roof, it was quite the surprise, a welcome surprise at that. 130 millimetres fell in parts of Brisbane City in just over an hour. That is how much rain we've had in the past 6 months. Lockyer Valley and Granite Belt areas, plenty of those areas are in drought, and some farmers did get a good drop between 50 and 70 millimetres. So that is some good news. Unfortunately for the Golden Sunshine Coast, they didn't get a lot, but speaking to the Weather Bureau this morning, they tell me there are some more storms on the forecast for later today.
All right, welcome back. As you can see, world events all around the world. It's chaos out there. It's getting very grim, to say the least. Grim, to say the least. I mean, there's really nothing we can say about what's going on. It just seems like events are occurring at a more frequent pace with natural disasters and civil unrest, mental disabilities and things causing people to do the things that you've just seen that people are doing. It seems like it's getting worse to me, that it's ramping up, and signs of the times, right? Anyway, personal update and channel update here. My job on the 9th, the day before my birthday, decided to tell me that I was no longer going to work for them, and then told me that I had to work for them on night shift for 10 days until they would officially release me from the contract I have with them, which would officially make me unemployed and eligible for unemployment. So they have decided to do the best job they can of messing with me for the next several days to try to get me to quit before that time happens. And basically, they've taken my truck, they've given it to somebody else. They let me have another truck to drive. It's the worst one they had. They have changed my schedule to a mid-shift where I start at 4 p.m. and I'm run until 2 something in the morning, as it was yesterday. And they're just messing with me. And on top of that, then they're telling me that, on the 20th I will no longer work for them. And on top of all that, they complained about me because I was 20 minutes late to one of my stops yesterday. So today's goal is to endeavor to be 21 minutes late to the exact same stop. Hey, if you're going to mess with me, I'm going to mess with you. I mean, really, all they can do to me is make me a little uncomfortable, mess with my shift, and make me have lack of sleep. But according to DOT and federal law, if I have lack of sleep and I feel tired or drowsy while I'm driving, I can shut the truck down and take a nap, and there's really nothing nobody can do about it. So, yeah. That's just where I'm at. My videos, of course, haven't been coming out as frequently, and I've been, my schedule's been stupid, so I haven't been able to get the content out like I've been planning to do. Trucker Tuesday was, and we're going to still get to it. Believe me, after the 20th, we'll have an abundant amount of time around here to get some videos out to you. But, yeah, this is some of the things I'm capable of doing with this particular type of video. I can do more of it. I can do less of it. I can do a lot of other things, and I do have some cornfields that are still standing. I am going to get to them. What's today? Thursday. Today's Thursday, in case I didn't mention it. And it's the 12th, Thursday the 12th at the time of this recording. I have some standing cornfields I passed yesterday. It was actually this morning at around 3 or 4 a.m. I know exactly where they are, and they're only about a 45-minute drive from where I'm sitting. So I'm going to go see if I can get a good video of them, maybe walk up to them. I might, if I have a signal in the area, be able to go live from my phone there. So wish me luck on that. It is a goal of mine to get some more videos like that up, because I am still seeing standing crops. You wouldn't believe it. Yesterday, I drove all the way down to Louisville, Kentucky, then I drove over to Cincinnati, Ohio, I drove back to Indianapolis, and then I drove out to a place called Greenwood, Indiana. I won't try. I'm trying not to say bad words here. So, all right, that's going to be enough of this video. Guys, like, comment, just let me know if you like this kind of thing. Share the video. Give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Hey, hit the little bell notification thing next to the subscribe button. That gives you those obnoxious alerts every time I post a video, because it really does help you to know when I'm posting videos and helps me to know that you like my videos. So, hey, we'll see you next time. Remember, it's grim out there.